Welcome to Toffee TV. There's the Everton News Daily. Before we start, this video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it possible to keep up to date with all the latest news, transfer stories and stats all in one place. To download the app, click the link in the description. Marcel Brands has threw his backing behind Marco Silva after Everton's latest defeat at Watford at the weekend. Brands said, speaking to a Dutch media outlet, said that the structure Everton have in place is in for the long haul. He said he knows it's not good enough at the moment and we're all working hard to ensure that it changes, and we're all behind the project. So basically saying that, yeah, Marco Silva's not achieving the results he wants at the minute, but as opposed to looking at the bigger picture, and if they're behind them, then that's the way it is. You know, it comes a couple of weeks after Farhad Moshiri had said that Silva's going nowhere. You know, we're in for the long haul. We have to hold our nerve. But what the players have to do, is get out there and get some results for the manager and show something so that the fans can get on board with that. Said it before, feel as though the club needs to help the manager out at the minute as well. And maybe if that's an interview with Marcel Brands or an interview with Marco Silva or both of them, and explain kind of the strategy going forward and what, you know, the work that they're doing behind the scenes might help the fans get on, you know, some section of the fans get on board, but we'll have to just wait and see what happens. But quite clearly Marco Silva is in place for a while, and everyone's backing him, so let's hope that results can match and we can improve and move forward. Gylfi Sigurdsson and Michael Keane have both thrown their weight behind the manager. Gylfi saying it's not good enough, we know that, but we've got a really good manager and, you know, we're confident we're going to finish strongly for the season. And Michael Keane has said the same thing. He said we've got, you know, a manager who knows what he's doing. It the more we stay together as a team, those roots will grow and we'll know, you know, what he wants and what he expects day to day, and you achieve that by stability. And they think he's a top manager. So the only thing I'd say is that when players say that, they then have to come out and back it up then. You know, a lot of fans, we want to get behind everything. We want to see some progress though, and the only way this manager gets time is by the results getting better. And that's what we have to achieve. Yes, Marco Silva needs to do better. Yes, he needs to mix it up a little bit and show that, you know, we're not just using the same type of players playing, excuse me, the same formation, but the players have to then go out and get the results. Danny Murphy has had his say on the manager and has said that Jose Mourinho could replace Marco Silva at Everton. He said, why not? You know, he'd be a good manager and he'd do well at Everton and he'd be well backed. You know, would you want Mourinho at Everton? Would Mourinho even consider coming to Everton? I think he's trying to get back to Real Madrid. Would he be the right man to come into the club, and would he work with Marcel Brands? I don't think any of those are realistic, but Danny Murphy said it, so it must be true. Some loan roundup. Benny Binningham, he made his debut for Wigan at the weekend. They drew 1-1 with Rotherham United. Anthony Evans came off the bench for Blackpool. They won 2-0. Former Everton striker Chris Long scored the first one in that. Cuca Martina played the full 90 minutes for Feyenoord as they won 4-0. Callum Connolly had an assist for Bolton Wanderers in their victory. Other people who play, Sandro Ramirez came on as a sub for Real Sociedad. Davy Klaassen, who's left now, was part of a Bremen victory. I don't know why I mentioned Klaassen, just because I've just been reading about them before. And Ashley Williams was an unused sub for Stoke City in a game that Mason Holgate played right back for West Brom. West Brom won 1-0 to continue their charge up the league. Kieran Dowell played on Friday night for Sheffield United and had a couple of assists. They led 3-0 before Villa pulled it back to 3-3. So a lot of our lads getting action over the weekend.
What about Balassi?
Yannick Balassi played for Anderlecht. Umar Nias played for Cardiff in their win at Southampton. Henry Onyekuru played for Galatasaray. They won 3-1 over the weekend as well.
He also said he doesn't want to come back.
Apparently. Well, he didn't say that. He said sorry. He said he's enjoying playing for Galatasaray, but he's struggling to get a work permit, so if he can't, he will be happy to stay where he is. That's exactly what he said, so we'll see whether anything happens with him. Everton might even want him back. Got too many posts on Instagram or whatever. Let us know what you think about our loan signs. Are there any of them you want back? Beningame, obviously, but any of the others, and do any of them have a future? I haven't checked how Vlasic's got on, but I'm sure he was amazing and set 5 up. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already, if you want more videos. Get over them, join us on Patreon. Don't forget to check out The Final Word. Derek Mountfield joined me to discuss Everton's latest defeat, plus things like zonal marking and team spirit. Check that out. See you later on Toffee TV.